When I was preparing Abbie for his testimony, I said to him, Abbie, this is very serious. They're going to cross-examine you on everything you've written. Some of the things you've written are not going to go down well with the jury. And Tom Ferran, who's cross-examining you, is going to use this against you. And Abbie said to me, relax. He said, after the jury hears from me, they're not going to say send that man to prison. They're going to say send that boy to camp.
The problem was that they didn't check out Tim with the FDA. They were in the wrong bureaucratic department. Ferran was caught with his pants down.
He was a very smart guy. So some of his so-called pranksterism, if you will, was very thought through. He was spontaneous, yes, but he was also strategic as well.
One of the key witnesses against us was a Chicago police officer named Frappelé. And as he's testifying and he's naming names and he's attributing acts of violence, words of violence to various defendants, it was all being taken down by the media that was present. Abbie turned to me and he said, is this witness hurting us? And I said, yeah, I think this testimony could hurt us. And he said, well, I'll make it disappear.
He said, you know, have you drawn me yet? And I said, well, yes. He said, well, I don't think you've drawn me enough. So I said, well, at that point, he stood on the table, on his head on the table. And the courtroom was filling up with people. And he said, did you get it? And I said, yes. He said, are you sure? I said, I promise you.
And that night we're watching television, and what was broadcast on the television was his headstand. And Abbie kind of nudged me in the ribs and said, you see, Frappelé disappeared. He was very serious about portraying events for TV, for the medium, for the press, in a way that got his point across and obliterated the other side's point.